Hello, and welcome to the HU Bison Abroad video all about the application process. Here we'll talk about what you need to know in order to apply to study abroad. So, when you are approaching your application to study abroad, you do need to make sure that you have either sat with your academic advisor or identified the courses that you still have left in order to go abroad. And we talk about in depth how to match the classes that you have on your course scheme to your classes that are abroad so that you are being able to capture that credit when you come back. So definitely check out that video. So once you have made your list of classes, Howard classes that you have not yet taken, you then take that sort of laundry list of classes and you go to our website, take a look at the different providers that we're using, and you would find a program that has those classes that you are planning to take abroad. Once you have identified a program that works for you, it works for your budget, it works for, it has plenty of classes, it's, in a location that you're super excited about, all of these things, that's the program for you. If you are, not quite sure, you're trying to decide between, one program or another, definitely book an advising appointment so that we can talk it through and you can get the, sort of guidance that you're looking for. So once you have selected your program, you've gotten all of your classes approved, you're then going to upload that course approval form that's all completed. And again, we have a separate video for that up to your Howard application. And so, again, that's linked on our website. Once you have completed your Howard application and I receive that course approval form and have looked over and made sure that everything is good to go, then you are good to move on to applying for the provider. So there are two applications that need to be completed in order for you to go abroad. The first is the Howard application, and the main essential ingredient for the Howard application is having all of your courses approved on that course approval form. You cannot go abroad for a semester without having enough full-time student status or more, satisfying your graduation requirements or more classes approved to go abroad. So that course approval form uploaded, all of that, that's the way that you know that a program works for you, is that the academic department has signed off on your ability to swap the classes that you would have taken at Howard for those classes abroad. Then you can move on to your provider application. What we don't want you all to do is have an application open on CIEE, have an application open on IES. You can only go for one. The applications for the providers, as long as you're meeting their requirements and as long as their programs are full, you don't have any sort of student conduct violations, you would be selected to go forward with that program. It's not like, the competitive process for applying to college, for example. And so if turn the process around and you've got all these open applications, you're paying money here, you're paying money there, you're paying money everywhere, and you don't know whether or not that particular program works for you because you haven't gotten the classes approved. So completing your Howard application, getting those classes approved, and then move forward with applying for that particular program, because you may get into your program, into your application process for Howard and only get 3 out of the 5 classes approved. And now you've got to go and find a different program, for example. And so once you've identified the classes that you need in order to graduate, you've found a program that has matching classes, you've uploaded that completed form to the Howard application, you have submitted your provider application. If you are planning to take 2 semesters abroad, you do need to have a mandatory planning session. There are a few extra steps that you need to go through, and having a planning session with the study abroad manager is super important. And so, just to recap, your course approval form, there's also something called a financial budget sheet for semester programs only, where you can outline, the cost of your flights and books and all the miscellaneous costs so that you can really get a full snapshot of what that cost is going to be for your semester abroad, and also a scan of your passport. Now, if you have your passport out for renewal, you can always, or application, you can always email that over once you get it in. You are able to submit your Howard application to study abroad without your passport scan. And then your course approval form, financial budget sheet, the scan of your passport, answering all the questions, of course, uploading that to the Howard application form. And that would complete your Howard application. You then need to make sure that you are applying to the provider and paying attention to all of their deadlines and requirements that you need to upload to their application. Thank you.